Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope this past week was good to you. Since GU is hitting right, I'm gonna stay on it for this week. I'm gonna go through the process of marking up a multiple time frame analysis in order to find a potential setup. All right. So what I do is I go to the monthly chart and I start my process of identifying swing highs, swing lows, and then from there, break it even further down with the Fibonacci tool. All right, so I am on the monthly. If you don't know what a swing high, swing low is, definitely go check out the no cost mini course. I break things down a lot more there. And from what I've heard, it gives some really good insight into my approach and some basic information about Forex. So last week we got those 100 pips plus more if you rode the trade all the way up on GU, which was a good look. EU too. There were a few of them that I was in that did well. Last week was a good week as far as trading. Life, a lot of stuff going on the other hand. So I got one more video for y'all before the end of the year, and then after that I gotta go tend to my family. So it's been a great year. I mean, I'd be curious to know how many of you guys started following me this year, and if you've learned anything that you've been able to implement into your trading. Leave it in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. And then if you got into GU last week, let me know that too. Y'all know I say don't depend on me for a trade. Understand your analysis. But I like to see if what I'm presenting, if you guys are getting something from it, if it's making sense to you, all of that good stuff. Okay. So I've gone through the weekly. I kind of just flew past that, right? I've gone through the weekly, found my levels. I want to do the same thing on the daily. Find my levels. And then we're going to put the fib on it. This week, I'm not going to be looking for several trades to get into. As I mentioned, I got to go tend to my family. We had a death, so I've been busy tending to that. And, my focus is just not on the charts. And that's why part of the reason why this video is late. I've been handling some business with that. So that is not one. Why did I pick that? Let me delete that. One thing I've become very comfortable with lately is stepping away from the charts when I know my mental is not right, or even emotional. Let's not just say mental. When my emotions are not in check, I recognize that I do a whole lot of damage when I'm not emotionally stable and sound. And so for this reason, I'm going to be out. This is the one trade that I'm looking at, and that's it. I got a whole lot of other stuff going on that has to be paid attention to. That's far more important than the charts. Hopefully y'all understand. All right, so I'm going down to the 4 hour, doing the same thing. And then we're going to get a fib on here and see what's going on. Okay. I do. I was about to say, I don't see another level, but I do. We got one there. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to back out. I'm not going to go to the monthly. I'll go to the weekly. I'm going to deploy my smart fib. I am using smarttrader.com. And there's a lot of cool features that I'll have to tell you guys about that I really like in this platform. So that's the ultimate target. For those of you guys who don't know, I heavily base my technical analysis on fib. And so what I drew in the green line above was the sequence completing. So if price were to continue to the upside on the higher time frame, the sequence would not be complete until 133904. And what I'm looking at here, I don't think I need it to go any lower, but we'll do it for the sake of doing it. The take profit based on this setup is right outside the D extension at 132213. But the thing is, we got a trend line break, right? So I'm going to throw a trend line on here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. We got a break. And let me adjust this. And then I'm going to double check that I drew this right with the Smart Trendline tool. Yes, it is. So we got a break. So now what I'm looking at, what I'm interested in, we may be going for, let's see. Nope, I'm good on there. So let me look at this leg. This is the active fib. So this sequence is not complete. This is the active setup A, B, 38.2 pullback, daily support. We tested that area twice. And so now I'm looking for price to break through this level here to continue to the upside. This is on the daily though. So as we break down, there could definitely be some more movement happening. So let's see. So I know what I'm looking for in a higher time frame on the daily. I'll go ahead and throw a fib just cause to the upside. See what we got. All right. So even before that, you're looking at 1296, 1295. Because this is still active. This fib sequence is still active. But I do want to see. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay. So we have a potential setup. Short term. Long term, my bias is to the upside. What was that? To 1295, excuse me. That would be a whole lot of pips. Great payday. My bias is to the upside on this one. So what I'm gonna draw out, this is similarly the same scenario that we looked at last week, right? So we have, let me delete this. We have an A high, B low, less than 38.2 pullback. Price looks to be finding some level of support here. So if we don't get the move all the way to the D extension here at 1257, what I would be looking for is for price to make its way back up to the 38.2 at least, with a potential continuation to the matching D extension, which is down here. But I need to look at that from a higher time frame too. So let me look at that. How many pips? This is not a lot of pips, but it's still something quick, easy. I ain't got to be on the charts all day. 70 pips at the minimum. But let me look at this from the higher time frame. We're on the 4. On the daily, we identified that. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get this fib off of here. All right. So on the daily, we identified that this is the active fib. We already had the 6-1 pullback, right? So A low, B high, 6-1 pullback. Past resistance becomes future support. So we've already been there, done that. This might be just a pullback for a continuation up to finish this out. 1295. That's what I'm thinking. So let me throw this on here for how I would look at this. So you can take the 70 pips, right? Of course, do your own analysis. Make sure that what I see is what you see and makes sense to you. But my bias is going to be to the upside, right? We had news come out last week that kind of shared a little bit of insight into the U.S. dollar for the upcoming year. There was talks that rates may be cut next year. No potential or the likelihood of rates being increased past this year are there's not a great likelihood for that to happen. And so what we saw last week, and the reason that we saw these big pushes, like this big, huge push, was when that news came out, right? So my bias, because when the US dollar loses strength and is weaker than the Great British Pound, that to me presents buy opportunities. So if I line that up with my technical, I think that there's a longer term buy on the table. But of course, I'm going to run these. I'm going to trade 2 positions. I'll keep one, make one take profit here. The way that I would look at this, I want this rectangle, is, and it's, I got to drill down even further. Let me mark out my stuff, because this risk to reward again. Last week I dealt with that, right? Let me go down to the 1. And let me see where this is having I want to do the smart trend line. Yep. So it looks like we're getting that break right now. Let me turn on my formations. Okay. It looks like we're getting that break right now. That price might be finding a level of support here, and then we'll see a pullback. And I'd be interested in what price is going to do at this 12714 level. Again, my bias, I got to say, my bias is to the upside. We already hit the 618 down here. So let me just see. I'm going to get rid of this. And let me see. I got to go up more. Where did I draw this? I'm trying to see where that D extension would land. Yeah, that's still before the 786. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this for the 70 pips. That's going to be my move. Like I said, I don't have the time this week to be in the market all day. I'm going to play it for the 70 pips, be out, and let price do what it's going to do, and then find my way into it. But I'm more inclined to believe that we're going to see price increase. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you playing GBPUSD and Euro USD? I haven't had a chance to analyze that one, but I'm curious what you guys think on that too. If this video was helpful to you, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody if it made sense to you. And then I will see y'all sooner than you think. Although there are some things going on outside of trading, I made sure I got you guys in order. Okay. So if I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year. And we'll talk soon. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.